how's it going? Welcome back to this channel. My name's Maggie, and today I have a very exciting video, and that is why I still choose to be vegan after 6.5 years. So I never really posted as to why or how I went vegan, so I figured that I will do a little story about that and also tell you why I'm still vegan. And so I'm going to try to make all of this very short because I really like to elaborate and tell the details whenever I tell a story. But in this case, I'm going to try to make it short. So I was a sophomore in college. I was getting my social work degree at the time. And I was passing from one of the campuses to another, like the building, switching buildings because my psychology class was in another building. And there was a bunch of booths that day, and one of the tables was a PETA table. At the time, I really didn't know anything about a PETA table or what PETA stands for or anything like that. I guess I was kind of oblivious. I lived under a rock, to be seriously honest. But yeah, I just took one of their brochures because they're kind of like all in the face, like, take this brochure. So I took the brochure, I stuffed it in my backpack. And that night when I was going through my backpack, I completely forgot that I even took one of these brochures. And I took the brochure out and I looked through it, and it had a pig. The pig was like hung by its feet or something like that, and it was cut open of its tummy. And I was like, what? Like, I never processed this. I never processed the fact that the meat, the flesh, the animal flesh on my plate had to be killed. Like, I knew it, but like seeing it on a picture was completely different, like a game changer. So that day I went on YouTube, I searched so many different things about veganism. I got a book off Amazon, I watched documentaries. And then I found Freely the Banana Girl, and she was so inspiring. I was like, wow, like, she could do this, I could do this as well. So that's how it all basically started. I got this brochure. Overnight, I started doing my research, and then for the first 3 months or so, I cut out the majority of meat with the exception of fish and eggs, because at the time I was under the impression that I needed protein, which now I know 6.5 years later, you don't absolutely need protein because you get protein on a vegan diet, so you don't need it from animals. But yeah, so that's basically how that happened. And over the course of those 3 months, like, it was a trial and error, I was able to identify like what ingredients I can and I cannot have, and like how some ingredients, you know, they're a secret code, so they won't specifically say milk, they might say casein or whey or something like that, that is still milk, but they just say in a different wording. So I just became better at being able to read what's in my food, and then shortly after those 3 months I was completely vegan. So I would like to say vegan overnight, but yeah, so I'm very excited to say that this September I will be vegan for 7 years. And the reason why I continue still to be vegan is because I had a really extremely painful cramps during that time of the month. And I had hip and knee pain as well that was associated with a pinched nerve during my cycles every month, and that has been happening for numerous amount of time. I've seen doctors because of it, and they're just kind of like, yeah, they told me through all my x-rays and ultrasounds and things like that is you have a pinched nerve, and this is only going to get better after you're basically have your first child. And that's pretty much all they told me, and I was always opposed to medication and things like that, so it's like, okay, well, there's nothing I could do, I just got to stick it out, right? So over the course of the 6.5 years, I don't recall whether it was after like a year or so, but I just remember as I got more and more into veganism, the pain subsided, and it basically like almost disappeared in my hip, my knee, and my cramps. What I do notice is when I do eat more of a highly processed junk food and incorporate more chips and pizzas and more takeouts and salty things like that, that month, whenever I ate those things, let's say in December, I would eat more processed food compared to the rest of the months, then my December cycle would be more painful. So over the course of this time, I have noticed that I know how my body thrives and what it thrives on best, and that is whole food, plant-based diet. Mind you, I will still have treats here and there once in a while, but I choose not to because I know what makes me feel best. But that is ultimately why I went vegan and how I went vegan. I definitely went vegan first off for the ethical reasons, and never once did I think that I am going to basically make my cramps, my hip pain and everything like that just like disappear and get better from it. But it really improved my overall well-being for sure. Also improved the way I see myself and how I am in tune with myself, the people around me, nature, and things like that. But yeah, so that is my story. I am trying to make it very short. This inspired me because of all the videos that are going out there that people are saying that they are no longer vegan, and I will not comment on any of those people, but this is my story and this is why I continue to choose to be vegan, because it makes me feel so good, it makes me thrive, and I love that feeling. So till next time guys, I'll see you later. Bye.